Hey there! In this video, we are building a full-stack AI Studio SaaS app where user can create AI avatars, clone voices, and generate a complete podcast-style video using AI. But instead of just telling you what we are building, let me show you. This intro you are watching right now, the avatar, the voice, the script, the caption, the B-roll, and the full podcast-style video experience is exactly what we are going to build in this project. Our AI Studio will allow users to create their own AI avatar image, generate a video avatar, clone their voice, create a podcast style talking videos, add AI generated B-roll, apply caption, and use an AI video agent to generate complete ready to publish videos. And to make this production ready, we are using a powerful modern tech stack. For a UI UX design, app ideas, and screen planning, we will use a FlowStep to quickly design and structure our product experience. For the backend, we will use InsForge to handle important infrastructure like authentication, database, file storage, and backend APIs, so we can move faster without building everything from scratch. And for long running AI tasks like generating avatar, cloning a voice, creating a video screens, processing B-rolls, caption, and running agentic AI workflow, we will use Trigger.dev. So if you want to build a modern AI apps, AI SaaS platform, avatar tools, video generation app, or AI agent based products, this tutorial is going to be super valuable. So let's start building this complete AI Studio SaaS app step by step. Now before start implementing the application, let me walk through the application demo first so that you learn what we are going to build in this video. So if you see, we have this beautiful dashboard where we have the sidebar and the bento style grid. Now you will see some different feature on this sidebar. Obviously you can jump and you can go to the any feature. Let's start with the AI avatar. Now this AI avatar basically help us to create your own avatar. You also have some default avatar which you can use it to create your podcast style video. But let's create a new avatar with our own image. Now simply select the existing avatar or just your image, then select the avatar style from the list. You can even add the prompt like change the outfit, a background if you want any specific, and then simply click generate with AI. Now if you see, we have this progress bar, and currently with the help of Trigger.dev we are running our all the agentic AI workflow in the background, and you will see the complete progress in step by step way. Trigger.dev will handle all your background tasks and it will implement an AI agentic flow. Once it is completed, you will see the actual preview of the different ratio type like 16:9 for the YouTube video or for 9:16 for the reel. Now once you are happy with it, just close it, and here you will see the preview as well. Now this avatar you can use it in your AI video avatar. We also have AI voice cloning feature where you can clone your voice. Simply you have to add 10 seconds of your voice. Then you can give the voice name. Upload the file. For example, let's say this is your voice which I am going to upload, and then you have to check mark and then click start voice cloning. Within a few seconds your voice will be cloned and it will be ready to use for your app, and here you will see the live progress. Again we are using Trigger.dev to run this background job, and it will give you the real time progress status as well, and our clone video or voice is ready. If I play this
is your cloned voice preview, ready for stories, agent.
Pretty cool, right? And which is exactly match with our voice. You can even convert the text to speech with your own voice. Just enter the text, you can select your custom voice and then click generate. As simple as that. After that, we have very interesting feature which is an AI video avatar, where you can create your talking video avatar. You can select your avatar video, then select the title. Now here we'll say Insta model. Now you can add a script or you can generate the script with the help of AI. Okay. Once you generate the script, here we have the big script. So I will generate the small one. Now you have option to select whether you want vertical or you want to landscape size. You can select either of them. Okay. Then on the right side you will see the preview. You can select the different duration based on the how much big you want. Then you have option to select a different avatar, and then you will see the live preview of that avatar, and then you can select the voice. Now obviously the our actor is a female, but let's try with my voice. Okay, because we can give another voice as well. You can preview this voice too, and simply click generate avatar video. Once you click generate avatar video, Trigger.dev will start your task and in the background, and here it will give you the live progress on the front end side. So we'll wait to finish the avatar generation process, which will take a minute or couple of minutes as well, based on the how big your video is. And right now if you see, within a 30 to 40 second your video is now ready. And if you see, once it is generated, you will see that avatar. Now you have option to preview this.
Welcome to today's tech update. Artificial intelligence continues to reshape the.
So cool, right? We actually gave my own voice to this avatar, and that's why it added that one. And you will see the 100% properly lip sync, the perfect body movement. Everything is so realistic, and that's what we are going to learn how to generate this avatar. Then we also have very big feature, which is an AI video agent. This particular feature basically generate you a complete end-to-end edited video. Inside this, you have option to create this video with an AI agent. Once you click on it, then you have option to enter the video name. You can select the video length, how big you want. Then option to generate the topic. Here you can add a topic, let's say historical facts. Click generate, and once with the help of AI, when you click generate, it will generate that topic for you. Okay, now you can keep whichever you want. If you don't want this one, you can remove it because it's completely editable. Then you can select the avatar, and based on your selection, it automatically change this style as well. Then if you want to change some other avatar, you can even select it. You have option to select a different caption for your video, and then you can select the voice. Now in this case, I'm going to select a different voice, but if you wanna use any other avatar, you can use that one as well. So let's select this avatar along with my own voice, and then you have option to add a b-roll with a AI generated images, stock image or video, AI generated videos as well. Okay, which will generate an AI videos and illustration animation. So you can select whichever you want. Now let's create a small short video. So I will create a short video of 30 seconds, and we'll select this AI generated video and then click generate video. On the right side you will see the preview as well as it start generating. Okay, right now if you see our execution is running in the background, and inside the Trigger.dev you can see those execution as well in a real time. Pretty cool, right? And you will get an update in real time as well. Now we'll wait and we'll check the final result. On this home page as well, you will see the progress when it's generating, and even though if you close the application and come back, you will get the result because Trigger.dev is running in the background. So you don't need to stay on the website when it's generating. Everything we are storing inside our one tool called InForge, where it provides an authentication, database, storage, and even the function to run serverless. Over here, there are a lot of different features we will find, and the most important thing is a complete package for these multiple tools which you needed to run your AI application. And if you see, our video is now live. So let's preview it quickly. And if I play this one, you will see this video live. Let me increase this size.
Stories, but some of the wildest ones are actually true. Did you know that for over 300 years, the shortest war in history lasted less than 45 minutes? It happened between Britain and Zanzibar in 1896. History is a collection of stories.
Pretty cool, right? And it also generated the B-roll with the proper video for our the AI generated video as well, and everything is with this help of AI video agent, and that you're gonna learn how to implement it. I already structured this complete project with the proper chapters. Then I also added the notes for it, the prompts which you can help us to build this application step by step way. You can even learn what we are going to build, and I'm going to explain before each chapter so that you will not miss any small details. Also, at the end, we are going to deploy our application on the cloud so that you can share this with your friends and family. We also added a profile setting option in order to update the profile setting, as well as if user want to buy the extra credit, we added a Stripe payment integration so that user can buy credits and to apply. Also, we have this credit management where you will see the complete history as well. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to get access to all of my source code and the courses, you can simply join the TubeGuruji membership, where you will get a lot of different AI related projects. Now, whatever the application we are building, the same application I already built, which called a short vidcast. The link is in the description. You can try it out. It's the same concept and give you the best result. Okay, so this short vidcast is free to use. You can try it out. In order to track your all the website, let me introduce this web tracker. This is the one of the best tool which I developed for you, where you can track your website, apps, and you can also track the revenue just by connecting your app with the Stripe. Pretty cool, right? So guys, if you are new, don't forget to subscribe, press like button, hit notification bell icon so that you will not miss any update. And without doing any further delay, let's begin to develop. This complete project video we divided into a small chapter so that it will be easy for you to follow each chapter one by one. If you see on the screen, I added each chapter and what we are implementing in that particular chapter, starting from the project setup to the application deployment at the end. Now in this chapter, we are mainly focusing on project setup. We'll create a Next.js project, we'll implement a shared CN, and then we'll run it and open it inside the Codex. We are trying to avoid as much tokens usage. So obviously we'll make sure that we'll use less number of tokens in order to implement this complete project. And also we are not paying anything in order to implement this project using a Codex. Okay, so you can use a free plan or you can use a pro plan as well, or any or your subscription as well. Now let's start implementing the project or creating the project first, and then we'll go to the next chapter one by one. So I will go to the Next.js website, and Next.js is the React framework to develop the web application. In many of my videos, we are using this Next.js to build our application much faster, and you can implement the front end as well as writing your API key inside the same app. Means you can implement the backend inside the Next.js app only. So in order to create your application, you just need to copy this command line, which is an npx create next app at latest. Then open a folder where you want to create a project and open a terminal at that folder. After this, simply paste the command which you copied and then hit enter. At latest will install the latest version of the Next.js. Then once you hit enter, it will ask, do you want to proceed? We'll say yes, and then you need to give the project name. So here we'll say Kravix AI Studio. Okay, so I give the application name as a Kravix. Then we'll go with the recommended default setting. We'll hit enter, and if you see, it's installing some dependency like Next, React, React DOM, and some dev dependency as well for a Tailwind CSS, TypeScript. Okay, once it's ready, then you will see the success message. So we'll wait, and if you see, our project is now ready. Perfect. Now the next step is you have to install the Codex if you don't have already inside your system. Now I already have the Codex, so I will open the Codex first, and inside this Codex will open our project. And this is how it look like. Obviously, I will add a new project. So at the bottom you will find an option to add a new project. Click on it, and here we'll say use existing project or folder. Then we'll go to my project Next.js and the project which we just created, which is a Gravix AI Studio. So we'll open that, and then you will see the project is now selected. Perfect, right? Now currently you cannot see any files over here. On the right hand side you can open the toggle. Here you will have an option called files, and inside those you can open any file which you want to view. Okay, now let me walk through each of these files first. Now very first folder, which is the app folder, which contain all our pages, route, layout. Okay, now inside that if you see, we have the global CSS file which contain a globally applied style sheet using a CSS. Then we have the root layout file which is a layout.tsx, which contain the font which you want to apply to your app. Then the metadata, which is quite important for the SEO purpose, and the root layout in which, if you see, your application pages are going to render through these children. So let me increase this size. After that we have the default page, which is the page.tsx. Now once we run the application, you will see this default page will get rendered. Then we have node module folder, which is all the packages needed to run the application. Okay, so that's why we have this node module folder. We are not going to touch this folder anytime. Then we have public folder, in which we are going to keep all our assets like images, audio, or whichever assets you want to use from your local folder to your app. Then we have agent.md where you can write the instruction, the Claude.md if you are using a Claude. Okay, the similar way you can add for the Codex as well. Then we have next.config.ts file, which contain a configuration related to your Next.js application. The package.json, which contain the script to run or to build your application. The dependency along with their version, and some dev dependency as well. Okay, and then we have tsconfig.json contain a TypeScript related configuration. Now obviously if you are new to the coding, okay, you don't need to worry about it. If you know the coding already, then well and good, because it helps us to build application much faster and to understand the flow. But don't worry if you don't know anything, that's completely fine, because we are implementing everything in step by step way. Okay, now first thing we need to add the ShadCN UI component library. So we'll go to the browser and then go to the ui.shadcn.com. Now this is a Tailwind CSS based UI component library. So simply in that one, we'll go to the documentation, and inside this we'll open or we'll implement that inside the existing project. So select the correct framework, and then you can select the npm if you are using npm, and then simply copy this line. Then we'll inside the Codex. You can open a terminal. If you see, you can toggle the bottom panel, and inside that you can even open the terminal, and then simply execute this command called npx shadcn at latest init. Okay, so which will initialize the shadcn. Then here we'll say, do you want to proceed? We'll say yes, and then it will install the shadcn inside our app. Now you have option to select whichever the component library you want. We'll go with the base, and here you have option to select which font and the icon library you want. So I will go with this Vega, which contain a Lucid icon library and Inter icon. Sorry, the Inter font. Okay, and now if you see, it's installing the Tailwind CSS. It also adding the shadcn and everything. Perfect. Now once it is ready, you have to install all the components. Now you can tell this to the AI as well, but as I say, we want to avoid the token usage, right? Then in order to add a component or all the component, you just need to copy this command and then you can paste it here. So if you see, I just added npx chatcn latest space add, okay, and then hit enter. So what it will do, it will ask you which are the component you want to select. Now I will select, or I will press the button A, which means select all, and then hit enter. It means it will install all the chatcn component inside your project. So AI, when you are start implementing your project, AI don't need to add it manually again, okay? That's why it will help us to use the save the tokens. So now once it is set up, you can verify by going to the files, and inside the files now you will see a new folder get created called components, and inside that there is another folder called UI, and you will see all the chatcn component inside that, which you can use it directly, okay, because it contains all the styling, everything for you. After that, you will see another file which is a very important, which is a component.json, which contain a configuration related to the chatcn. It mentions where your tailwind css is set up, or the aliases for the component, utils, and the theme color or style as well. So everything is mentioned inside this component.json. Now let's run our application. Now you can open a terminal for that, and then you can simply type a command npm run dev. Now if you see, our application is running on port 3000 on URL localhost 3000. So we'll open it. Now you can open inside the Codex inbuilt browser as well, and if you see, our application is now running. Or you can go to the your own default browser like Chrome browser, and here as well you will see your application is now running. Pretty cool, right? It means we successfully set up the Next.js application, then we also install the chatcn, and then we run our application as well very first time. Now let me show you the quick demo how to use a chatcn components. So for that one, we'll go to the file and let's go to the page.tsx, and I don't know whether we can remove it because we cannot edit the file inside this, but whichever component you want to use, you can just enter the name and then it will use that component. But don't worry, because we are going to tell to the AI everything to implement all of the pages and the application for us, okay? But for now, make sure your application is ready and you are able to run your application very first time, so that we can implement and set up our complete project. Now once your project is set up, now it's time to push our complete project to the GitHub repo, so that for each chapter we are going to create a new branch, then we'll create a new pull request so that AI can review our code, okay? Now first we'll go to the GitHub account and make sure to create a new repo. Here I will name it as a Kravix AI Studio. After this, you can choose the visibility, you can keep it public, and then simply click create repo. Once the repo is created, you have to copy this origin command, okay, and then we'll go to the Codex. Inside the Codex terminal, we'll add a new terminal, and then you can simply paste this command git remote add origin. Then it will set the command. If it's not initialized, you have to run this initialize command, and then you can set the remote origin, and you can make sure in this case the remote origin already exists, okay? Now we'll add, or you also have option, so over here, or you can simply inside the terminal only, you can use git add space, so you can stage the file, then give the commit message. So here we'll say initial commit because you are pushing it first time, and then we'll put the git push command. But if you are using or pushing it first time, you have to push with this command git push upstream origin main. And if you see, once it pushed successfully, you can go ahead and check your repo, just refresh it, and you will see all the files are ready. Perfect. Now this is the first step to push your complete project to the GitHub. Now simply go to the planarc.dev. In previous video, I explained how to use the Plan Arc. It's very powerful tool which I built recently in order to build or create your project plan, as well as you can review your code with the help of this Plan Arc. Simply go to the code review and connect your GitHub repo. Then under the install and manage, you can go to the once you connected to your GitHub repo, you can give access to that particular repo to which you want to review your code whenever the new pull request is raised. So here I will just search my project, which is an Codex AI Studio 2.0. Select that, click save, and then you will see the project is now added, which is Codex AI Studio. Okay. After this, you can enable this so that whenever the new pull request is created, it will automatically review your code. Under the setting, you also have option whether you want to enable or disable the auto run PR, or you also have option to run this manually. Currently, we don't have any PR raised. So here, if you expand this, you will see a complete detail. Okay. But for now, let's make sure you connected your planarc.dev with your GitHub repo, so that from next time it will automatically review your PR. That I will show you in upcoming chapters. But for now, it is very important to connect the planarc.dev. Now in this second chapter, we are going to set up a database and authentication using InsForge. Now the goal is we have to set up a backend foundation for our AI Studio app with a database, authentication and storage using InsForge. InsForge provide you a lot of different backend services and which you can directly connect to your AI platform. And in this particular chapter, we are going to set up InsForge for our database and authentication along with the storage. For a database, it uses a PostgreSQL database. For authentication, you can either use email password or you can even use authentication provider like Google or GitHub, Facebook using the InsForge. Also for storage, to save our images, generated video, you can use their storage as well. So InsForge is a backend service provider platform for your AI app at one place. So you don't need to connect multiple services to your app. With the InsForge, you can connect one service, one API token, and it will connect all your backend services directly. Pretty cool, right? And it provides a lot of different features as you see on the screen. So basically, with the help of our Codex and InsForge, we are going to integrate with our app. Very straightforward and very easy to integrate as well. So first thing, simply click the link in the description to get a free access to the InsForge, and then make sure to create a new account. After that, once you open the project, if you don't have, make sure to create a new one, and then it will navigate you to the dashboard. Very first time, it will ask you to install the InsForge to your project. So you have the command line or whichever agent you are using or IDE platform you are using, you can select that. For example, in our case, it's Codex, so you can click install, or you can have the connection string or API key as well. But in our case, we'll go with this Codex. So just click on this Codex install. Then you have option to copy this setup prompt, or you can even connect with the MCP. So let's go with the easy way. So we'll copy this prompt. Basically, this prompt tell you to the AI agent to connect the InsForge using this command line. So you don't need to set up. So I will copy this setup prompt first, and then we'll go back to the Codex. Inside that, simply paste it here, and then simply send it. Right now, we are just setting up the InsForge first, and then we'll tell AI to implement the authentication as well as a database as well. Now we'll wait. Once it's set up, then obviously AI agent will return the success message. So I will pause the video and we'll wait for this complete execution. Make sure to allow all the command which is executing or Codex asks for execute, right? So just you have to click a proper option and then click submit. And if you see, it's saying done. InsForge is logged in, linked and available for this from this project. I installed the CLI, means AI agent installed the InsForge CLI as well, and it's ready to use. You can even verify with this npx InsForge current, and then it will return you this complete information like which is the project, what is the project ID, the app key, and OS host URL as well. Now if I go back, you will see automatically it refreshes the page and it will show you all the status for your app, that how many users connected, how many tables you have inside the database, the storage, the edge function, and all the details. You can see the complete status on this InsForge. Pretty cool, right? Now next thing, we are going to tell to the AI to set up or to add authentication in our app. Now in order to set up the sign in and sign up page with the InsForge authentication, I already added a prompt for that inside the eraser doc. I will put the link in the description, and for each pages or logic or implementation, I already have the prompt ready inside the eraser doc, which you can simply copy and paste it inside your Codex. Now for the auth setup, we'll copy this prompt and we are just telling to the AI agent to use InsForge in order to implement authentication, and then we have to use a Google Auth along with the Twitter authentication. Okay, and I think that's all, along with the theme, color, everything. You can just read this prompt. I will copy that. If you want, you can modify according to your requirements, and then I will paste it here and then simply enter it. Now this Codex also provide one more important feature called plan mode. Okay, they also added this pursue goal, but will enable this plan mode. Basically, before implementing, it will give you the plan, and then you can review with that review the plan. If you want any changes, you can add the comment inside that, and then you can submit to the Codex. Then it will start implementing it. So right now we enable this plan mode and then now submit it. Now we'll wait to get the proper implementation plan first, and then once we review that plan, we'll go to the implementation mode. So right now if you see, it asks first question, do you want to allow InsForge CLI metadata lookup so I can confirm this backend auth provider before planning? So we'll go with the yes, and we'll also tell that don't ask this command or option or any question related to this npx InsForge. So AI agent will automatically execute going forward. The next question, do you want to allow InsForge CLI docs lookup so I can verify how it works, how to set up and everything. So we'll say yes. Okay, now in meantime I will show you the documentation, how it looks, how to implement. Okay, so inside this InsForge, InsForge provide a proper documentation. Even though if you want to implement manually, this is the best way to go to the InsForge documentation, and here under the authentication you will see a different option to add the authentication. Then you can select whichever the SDK you want, and after that you can simply install the SDK. There is a few line of code which you need to add if you want to implement the authentication, the sign in, sign up functionality. Everything is properly mentioned inside this InsForge. Pretty cool, right? So obviously Codex is quite smarter. It will automatically detect everything. Right now the next question, it asks that InsForge metadata show auth provider GitHub, Google only. So how should the UI handle X Twitter? So we'll omit this X and we'll go with the GitHub and Google for now. Then after auth is added, what should be protected? Okay, so right now we'll protect the dashboard. So we'll say dashboard need to be protected. Then how should user switch light and dark mode? So we'll add the toggle. Okay, or we'll say system plus toggle. So we'll go with that particular option. And now once we selected all of this option, obviously AI will create a proper implementation plan. Also, if you don't want AI everything AI handle, you can simply copy this complete mark data. Okay, or you can copy this based on which ID you are using and paste it inside the InsForge, inside the Codex related to all the InsForge documentation, so that AI will automatically understand it, or let AI do by himself. Okay, so if you see, it is going to add the email password sign up and sign in page along with the Google Auth for the authentication. So obviously it's omitting Twitter because they don't provide the Twitter, but it provides a GitHub and Google support, so it will show the Google for now. There are some key changes. So it will install the InsForge SDK. We have to add the next public InsForge URL. Okay, so this URL we have to add, and the annotation key which will get it from the InsForge dashboard. After that, it will add few utility and hooks, so you don't need to worry about that. And then once it is implemented, then you can simply verify by testing it manually. So we'll go with this implementation plan. Now in order to add this environment key and value, you have to open this project inside an ID, like let's say Visual Studio. Then we'll open that project. So let's just locate that project first, and once you open it, we'll say yes, I trust the author, and inside this you need to add a .env file, okay, if you don't have already. Then we'll go to the Codex, and from this implementation plan we copy this environment variable as it is, and then inside the VS Code we'll paste it here. Same way you have to add this InForge key as well, okay, and then this key you will find it inside the InsForge dashboard. Then go to the setting, and inside the setting you will see the URL. Make sure the URL is correct, okay, so this is the correct URL which we pasted. And after that we also need this key, so copy this key and paste it inside your .env. Okay, so these are the two steps. It's very important to take care of, because that's what Codex informs us to implement. Okay, we have to add this. So we already added these two environment variable inside our .env file, and now we'll wait for a final implementation. So I will pause the video and then we'll come back and we'll test all the result.
A few moments later.
Now once it is implemented, we can test this out. So basically over here, if you see, there are a lot of different file changes. There are 19 files added and changes as well. So we'll go back to our Google Chrome, and inside this we'll open our application, and if you see, we have this sign in screen over here on the left side with some message. On the right side you will see a proper form. You can even log in with the email and password, and you also have option with the continue with Google. Inside the prompt we also mentioned that we want that in a light and dark theme, so you can even change this to light and dark theme as well. So if you see, we have option to change the dark, light, or you can even change this to a system default theme. Then if you want to create a new account, you can simply go to the create account, and it will jump to the sign up page. On this you can enter the name, email, password, and you also have option to create a new account. Now once you click on continue with the Google, select the Google and Gmail account, and then it will sign in to your dashboard. Pretty cool, right? Now this is just a placeholder. In your case it might be different. That's completely fine, because we are going to replace this complete dashboard later on, okay, but just for the testing purpose it added this dashboard route, okay, or it's called a default route. So maybe we don't have any dashboard route created, but we'll add that later on. But for now, make sure your sign up is working. Also over here, if you want to sign out, it will sign out from your app. Now here inside the InsForge dashboard, you will see the one user is sign in, right? Under the authentication, you will see the user information, the ID, and which is the provider, that email is verified or not. All the details you will find under this authentication. Now you also add an option to save the user information to your database. You can tell to the to our AI model that as soon as new user join, we want to save under your database. So let's add that. So inside the same we can add, let's also set up database. So once new user sign in / sign up, then save user information to InsForge database under users table. Okay, so it's a very straightforward and small prompt we added, that we just want to save the user information, and then simply send this. Now once you send, let me go down over here. Now we'll wait and it will implement the proper implementation. Obviously we did not request for the implementation plan, okay, because it's a quick small thing. We already saving the user information inside the InsForge. It will just update inside the database as well. So we'll wait for this complete implementation and then we'll test this out. So it's implemented all the requested changes, and if you see, it's created a backend table. Inside that we have the user table, and here we have few columns added inside this user table, and you can test this out. So basically let's go back inside the InsForge. If I go to the database, you will see a new table called users, and inside that you will see all the column like ID, email, name, author URL, and many others. Now let's sign in. So I selected the account and it's completing the sign in. So I successfully sign into our platform, and if you see now under the user table we have the new user information added. Pretty cool, right? Obviously you will see under the authentication that user information, but the most important thing, we need to save that under in our database as well, so that we can connect this user info to other table whenever is required. But for now, I hope you understand this, how easily we implemented this authentication part and database with the help of InForge. Obviously we did not have to use a different services for it. Inside the InForge you can use, or you can integrate with all the backend services like authentication, database, storage, and many other. Now after finishing our chapter, it's time to push our code. So for that one we are going to create a new branch. So under the main, so over here we can create a new branch. So just click on it, give the branch name, it automatically populate based on what are the changes you made, and then we click on create and checkout. Once you check out, you will see that branch name. Also you can verify that it's properly checked out, then give the commit message. Here we'll say auth and db setup, then click continue, and after that we are going to push our code. So we'll push this code, we'll say continue, and once it push, we'll go back to our GitHub, and inside the GitHub you will see the pop-up message. It's saying that the new changes are detected. You can create a pull request, and once you click on the create pull request, then automatically see the plan arc started reviewing your PR. Now plan arc is so fast, within a few seconds it also generate the proper PR comment and or inline comment as well. And if you see our plan arc AI PR review is ready, it also added a proper summary, what are the changes you made inside this PR. Also you will see an inline comment as well, and whichever you think that you need to fix it, you can immediately fix it, and then you can push the changes. After everything, you can simply make sure to merge your pull request inside your main branch, so that from next time when you create a new branch, you will see all of these changes. As simple as that. Now if I go to this planarc.dev, let me refresh this screen. Over here under your project, you will see the one PR is executed, and inside that you will see the report as well. So anytime you come back, you will see the project summary. So you will get to know that what are the changes you made inside that particular PR. And you can copy this report anytime and you will see all the changes. So that's how easily with the help of planarc.dev you can review your PR. Now it's time to implement a dashboard layout along with the home page. If you see in these notes, we are going to add a simple dashboard with a sidebar, and we are going to add few options like AI video agent, AI video author. Author means user can upload the image and then it will generate the author image for them. Then AI wise cloning, my library, and the footer section as well, in order to manage the credit easily. Now on the right side, obviously we want to show a bento grid style UI, and obviously everything we want to show on the home page so user can easily access it. Now obviously this is just an imagination, right? But we need to have some UI UX design in order to implement that inside our Codex. The question is how to do it. So let me introduce a FlowStep. FlowStep is an AI assistant / AI agent for UI UX design. It's an AI design assistant that helps us to create a UI design, wireframe and user flow just by chatting with AI. Instead of starting from a blank canvas, you can simply describe your app idea, dashboard layout or screen flow, and FlowStep will generate editable UI design in a second. Pretty cool, right? Now, obviously with the FlowStep I already used in my previous project, and it's quite cool because you can not just creating a UI UX design, but it's very fast that it will generate the design in a few seconds. You can even edit that manually as well as with the help of AI. Now you have complete control on each small element which are for your design. You can even copy your design into a Figma instantly. Okay, and the most interesting part is it also have the ready to copy the source code, so you can copy the code from in a React as well, or you can even export it. You can even generate a multiple screen at once, and you can even add the design reference in order to generate a better design. And you can even collaborate with your friends and family or with your teammates as well. So this is very easy to generate the design for our application, and right now we are going to use that. I will put the link in the description in order to get a free access to the FlowStep and simply sign in to the platform. Once you sign in, you just need to enter your app idea. For example, I already have the prompt ready so that it will be easy for you to copy that and paste it inside the FlowStep. So I created a UI UX prompt. We also have the implementation prompt, which is different from the UI UX prompt. So make sure while generating the UI UX, mention all the requirements which you want on the page. Okay, once you enter all your requirements inside the FlowStep, simply send this, and then FlowStep AI assistant / AI agent will understand your requirement first. Then it will create a beautiful, a unique design system, and the most important, in real time you will get the result. So if right now if you see it generating two dashboard screen, okay, and you will get the result in real time. So as soon as it start generating, you will see the result as well. And if you see it creating a two different style, okay, so over here in real time you will see the result. We have whatever the sidebar option we added, mention all, it's showing on the screen. On the right side it also adding a beautiful bento style, a bento grid style cards, okay, and here you will see the complete result. Now the question, the thing is, obviously once you know the idea, once you have got the idea, right, it will be very easy to implement. And right now if you see it generating different design, okay, and once the design is ready, you can even edit any design. Once you select any screen, you will see an option to copy this complete code as it is, okay. So you have option to copy this code, which is also available in the React. Also if you want to select any element, you can select those element as well. So for example, if I want to select this element and want to change the background color, so let me select this card, and so just click fill, and then you can change the background color or whatever color you want. You also have all these option on the right panel, so you can control and edit the design manually. If you want to export this inside the Figma, you have option to export it. You can download it as a PNG, or you can export the code as well. With the help of this edit feature, with the help of AI, you can try the different layout, try the different visual style, even you can try again from the scratch. Okay, so everything can possible with this FlowStep. So I will put the link in the description so that you can get a free access to the FlowStep in order to try this out. Okay, now once you have the basic idea about how we want the design, let's go ahead and start implementing. So based on this design mockup, I wrote the implementation prompt, and obviously we are going to copy this prompt and paste it inside our Codex. Let's copy this and go to the Codex. Here we'll start with a new conversation and we'll switch this to a plan mode as well. So let's copy this and go to the Codex. Let's copy this and go to the Codex. Here we'll start with a new conversation and we'll switch this to a plan mode as well. So let's copy this and go to the Codex. Here we'll start with a new conversation and we'll switch this to a plan mode as well. and simply paste this and then send this. Now we'll wait for the implementation plan. This Codex will understand your requirement and will generate the proper plan in order to implement a dashboard page. So we'll wait. So right now, obviously, it asks one question in order to get confirmation. So it's saying where should the new dashboard live. So obviously we want to navigate to the new page, and that's where we need this dashboard. So we'll go with this first option, which is a recommended one as well. And if you see, we have this proper implementation plan. The key changes are it going to create a new route called dashboard, and it also going to create a sidebar as a new, or it will use the sidebar component from the Shatsion in order to implement a sidebar with all the option. Then it will also add the footer, the dashboard homepage in a bento grid style, and each card will include the video which we added inside our public folder. So basically, I will put the link in the description in order to get all the free assets for this project. And what you need to do, you have to open your project inside the VS Code and then simply paste all these assets inside the public folder. Like if you see, I already have this MP4, some video, some PNG file as well. Simply paste it in public folder, so AI agent will automatically detect from the public folder. Okay, and once it is implemented, so we'll start the implementation. Now Codex will start implementing all of this plan based on our plan, and once it is implemented, then we'll come back and we'll check the final result. So I will pause the video and then we'll check the result.
A few moments later.
Now once it is implemented, we can test this out. So we'll go back, and here we have our dashboard layout. On the left side, you will see the beautiful sidebar with all the options which we want along with the icon. Then at the bottom of the sidebar footer, we also have the available credits and option to manage the user billing and other settings. On the right side, we have this beautiful bento grid, and if you see whatever the assets we added, right, based on that it running in the background. We have AI video agent, video author and other things, and my library section. And the most important, it's a completely responsive design as well. Okay, now that's all. So basically we understand how easily we implemented the dashboard and homepage layout. Okay, now it's time to push our code. So I will go to the Codex, and inside that, first we'll create a new branch. So inside this, we'll add a create new branch and we'll name it as a add dashboard page. We'll create and we'll check out that. Then we'll give the commit message. So here we'll say dashboard layout. Then we'll say continue, and then make sure to push your code. As simple as that. So you don't need to type any command or anything like that. Once you set up, connect your repo with this project, then everything you can handle from this Codex. Now I will go to the Google Chrome, and inside the repo, so we'll create a new pull request. And once you create the pull request, automatically planarc.dev will start reviewing your code. So right now, if you see, planarc already started reviewing your code, and within a few seconds you will get the proper PR summary. Then you will see the inline comment. Planarc is one of the fastest PR review agent, and you can even find all the summary on your Planarc dashboard. What are the changes you made in that respective PR? Everything you can check under this Planarc dashboard. And once you are happy with all the changes, don't forget to merge your pull request to the main branch. Now let's implement one of the interesting feature, which is generating an author/characters images. Now once user upload the image, we want to generate a podcast style or headshot style and author image or actor image, which you can use it later on inside our video agent or video author feature. Okay, so that's the whole idea behind this. Now whatever the feature we are implementing in this video, from each of the feature you can build a lot of different application, and you can use that different feature in different use cases. Okay, so let me show you what we are building. So basically, once user navigate to the author and actor page, user will see the default author, as well as user will also have option to add his own author. And then our platform have option that they can upload the own author, select the different style, choose the output, and they can generate the author out of it. Pretty cool, right? User also have option to upload the author as it is. That's completely up to them how they want to handle it. And also we added few notes, the why we need this author, what is the cost information, the tips, and what are the things that you need to remember. All of this information is already provided inside this note, so you can go ahead and check it out. Now let's create the UI UX for it. Now with the FlowStep in the same project, we are going to add a new screen. So I already have the prompt. We'll copy this prompt as it is, and then inside this I'm gonna paste it. Okay, and then send this out. So basically, automatically FlowStep will create a new screen based on our request. Right now, if you see, it's already working on the new screen. So we'll wait for this particular screen, and then we'll check how our UI will look like. And then once you got the idea, then we'll start the implementation. Now, if you see, once it generated the UI UX, I like this idea that generating, showing the default author and showing the my author section as a different one. Then option to create a new author, which will open the pop-up where user can upload the image and all the details. Also, we have option to generate with AI or upload as it is, or the another way that we can implement or do it something like this. Okay, where we will show the preview and everything. So I like both all of these things. Okay, so now we have a proper idea that how we want the UI UX design, and as per the this design idea, we can add and update our prompt. So based on that, I already wrote the prompt which we can add to the Codex. But before that, the flow of this particular author generation is need to understand. So once we upload the image, we are gonna call a nano banana AI model, and obviously we are going to attach our own prompt, and then we need to run the task in the background, and for that one we are going to use a Trigger.dev, and then at the end we'll get the output. So Trigger.dev is a platform where you can run a long running task with a retries, queues, observability, and elastic scaling. It's very useful when you are building a complex AI agent workflow, because with the help of Trigger.dev you can define your workflow in a step-by-step way, and Trigger.dev will execute that in proper steps. Now Trigger.dev you can use it inside your AI agent, media processing, which we are right now building the media generation as well. You can also put your human in the loop, so that whenever something happen inside your workflow, you can automate and you can trigger the event to the human or send a notification. You can even use it for the streaming purpose, and there are a lot of other use cases you will find with the Trigger.dev. And most important, it's very easy to set up as well. You just need to create a trigger folder, and inside that you have to write a workflow or the task which you want to execute. Then you have to run the Trigger.dev locally, and then automatically it will connect to the cloud as well, and you can run the task. You can see all the details inside your Trigger.dev dashboard, what are the different tasks run, which one is failed, all the details you will find on their platform. That we will see in a moment. But first, let's understand what is Trigger.dev, because it's very powerful tool in AI agent workflow application. Okay, and that's why we are using Trigger.dev. Now in order to get a free access, I will put the link in the description. Make sure to join with that link, and then you can simply sign up with the Trigger.dev. Once you log in, you have to create a new project. So here I will give the project name as a TubeGuruji only. Then you can select what are you working on. It's totally optional, or you can simply click create. After that, if you see, there is a CLI init command in order to add the trigger inside your existing project. So simply copy this command, then go to your Codex. Inside the new terminal, so I will open a terminal and simply execute this CLI command. Okay, so it already attached with the project reference ID as well. So we'll hit enter. Then it will say, do you want to proceed? We'll say yes. And next, you can run the CLI with this command. So that also we are going to run once we set up the trigger.dev. That's easy it is. Okay, so when you are deploying your application on the cloud, right? Let's say on virtual, you cannot run your API more than 15 seconds on a free plan. And in order to run this long running API or task in the background, then you have to use this trigger.dev. If your task is running for 3-4 minutes to generate some complicated video, any media processing, then trigger.dev will help you. And even though if it fails, it will retry your execution, your workflow. Okay. Now over here, if you see, it's saying, would you like to create a trigger.dev directory? Okay. So we'll create. So we'll say hit enter, and you also have option choose an example to create a source directory. We'll say none for now. Okay, so we'll skip creating an example because we are going to tell to our Codex to create and implement it. Now right now, if you see, it's successfully set up. Now next thing, we have to run this command. So we'll run this command, which is a npx trigger dev at latest dev. So basically it will run your trigger .dev locally as well, and it will also connect to their platform. Okay, so if you see right now, it's waiting for a task, and then it will automatically refresh the page. Right now it's saying the invalid API key, so maybe we need to add an API key. Now inside your project directory, you have to add this trigger project reference and the secret key, and let me show you how to get those. So reference nothing but this one, okay, this project, but you can also find this inside your general setting, copy this project reference and then simply paste it here. In order to generate the secret key, you can get that under the API key and then copy this trigger secret key as well. Now when we are getting this error saying no trigger file found, in that case you have to create a trigger file. But don't worry right now if you are getting this error, because when we are going to add our own prompt for a Codex to implement this feature, then it will also implement the trigger folder and it will set up for us. Okay, so now let's head back to the our eraser doc and simply copy this prompt. Okay, so it's saying AI auth screen, and which will implement this complete workflow. So let's copy that, paste it here. Then don't forget to change this to a plan mode. That is very important, so that you will know what this Codex comes with a plan and what they are building. Okay, and if you want to make any change, they will make the changes as well. So let's send this and simply wait it, because once the trigger.dev is implemented, right, then you will see the changes. So right now we don't have any task. So if I go to this home screen, let's go to back. So right now it's waiting for the task, but after this it will add or create a trigger folder, and then it will add the task in that one, and then you will see that task under this task section. So right now one important thing that AI detected, that how should custom avatar and generated output will be persisted. Obviously we forgot to mention that we want to save that inside the InsForge storage, because as I say that InsForge is not providing just a database service, but it also provides a storage service along with the authentication. So inside the storage you can create a bucket and store your any images, files inside this bucket directly, and that's what we want to add. So that's why it recommended that with the help of InsForge DB and storage can we save it. So we'll go with this option. Okay, so that is very important part, and that's why we always prefer to generate the plan first. Okay, so that it will ask question if Codex has any, or AI agent has any question before implementing it. So right now if you see, the plan is ready, and basically it's going to create a new page called author, or it's a new route as well. Then it will use a Gemini's AI model, because we informed that we want to use a Google's Gemini Nano Banana AI model, so that's why it's using this model. Obviously later on you can change the model name if it doesn't work. Then we have to add Gemini API key inside the .env file, and there are a few key changes also in the dialog flow. What are the different fields it's gonna add, what will be the backend changes, because it's going to create a new table called author, and then it will also create a new storage bucket to save the user generated author as well, and all other detail. Now inside the trigger.dev and Gemini, if you see, it's going to add some dependency. Then it will set up the trigger.dev first, okay, with the SDK, and then once you send the payload, trigger.dev will execute the task, and then it will give you the proper output. So everything look good, okay. So let's proceed with this plan, and if you see, Codex will automatically read all the trigger.dev documentation, because trigger.dev has very rich documentation with all the details. So if I go to the trigger.dev, and simply you can go to the documentation over here, you will find how to create the task, how to execute it, how to send the payload, all the details you can send it. You can even connect your trigger.dev directly with an AI using the MCP server, or you can add the skill, the agent rule, everything is available inside this documentation, so that you can easily implement it, okay. But for now, let's proceed with this implementation plan. And now we'll wait, and I will pause the video, and once we have the final result, then we'll test this out.
A few moments later.
Once it is implemented successfully, we have to make sure we will add a Gemini's API key, as well as inside our project under the public folder, don't forget to add the author folder from the assets, because inside the author folder we have some default author which we are going to add. So user have option to select those default author for their video, okay, but if user want to create their own, they can create. Now in order to generate the Google's Gemini API key for a free, you can simply go to the Google's AI Studio. Inside this you can go to the model and search the model which you want to use, okay. Now if you see, if I go to these images, some model are paid, but some model, in this case this 2.5 flash image, is free to use, so you can use it for free. Obviously they have some limitation, but still for the development purpose you can use that model. And in order to generate the API key, here you will find an option called get API key. Click on it, and here you can simply create a new API key by entering the API key name, and then you can create. Copy that API key and paste it inside your .env. Now after this, you have to make sure to run this trigger.dev. So we have this command, so we'll run it inside our Codex. So inside the terminal, let's open a new terminal and simply run this command, so which will run the trigger.dev. Say yes to proceed, and then wait for a few seconds. And now if you see, it's running without any error. Now if I go back to the trigger.dev dashboard, you will see that window gone, and it means we have this new task called generate author. Now in order to verify it, you can go to this VS Code, and then inside that you will find a new folder called trigger. So basically if I go to the trigger folder, so let me refresh this, which is inside the source, and then inside the trigger you will see the generate author, okay. Inside this I have the task with the proper step functions are needed to execute it. You will see the prompt in order to generate the proper author image, and all the details is mentioned inside this generate author. Basically this is driving to the author generation logic, and once you execute it, so right now if I go to this AI author, you will see this page. At the top you will find a custom author, at the bottom we have the default author. Now this default author is fetching from the public folder, which I just told you, right? And inside this custom author, obviously once user want to create a new author, they can upload the image. So let's upload the image. Now right now it's not showing the preview of the uploaded image, so we have to update that. Then you have option to select the author style, and then you can add a prompt. Okay, now on the right hand side you have option to generate with an AI. Right now this right side is still showing even though the author is not generated, right? So you can fix this or you can modify this particular dialog. Obviously we want to show the uploaded image preview as well, so I'm going to fix that immediately. So inside this we'll say on create author dialog, make sure to show uploaded image preview, then don't show generated image preview placeholder or progress placeholder before generating the images. Once user click on generate image, then only show progress with proper indicator, and then once image generated and saved inside InsForge DB or InsForge storage and DB, then only show both the image. Don't give use button option. Okay, basically as soon as it's generated it will show it. Okay, and we don't want this use button option because by default it will add to your library. Okay, so here that's all we need, and let's send this out. Basically few small update it going to change this dialog, so we'll wait for this update.
A few moments later.
Once the changes are implemented, let's test this out. So I will go to this create new author, so it will open the dialog. Now we don't have that loading indicator. Then choose the image. So I already have the image for the testing. I choose the one. Then you can select the author style. If you want to add any customized prompt, let's say you want to change the dress, the hairstyle, you can simply add that, and then you can click on generate with AI. Once you click the generate with AI, you will see the proper progress. Not only that, but it is running in the background. It means even though you close this dialog, doesn't matter, because inside our Trigger.dev you will see our execution is now running, which is a generate author task, and inside this in the first attempt it's still generating. And right now if you see we generate, but we got the output as well. Once we get the output, it will save it inside the storage inside the InsForge, as well as it will store in the database as well. Over here you will see the payload, what are the different what are the things we send, the author ID, user ID, source image, the style, the prompt obviously is null, and then it will generate the output. And if you see, the author is now generated. Perfect, right? And which you can see everything from this particular task section. You can track each step, if it fails, where it fails, at what step it fails, everything you can track from this Trigger.dev. Now if I go back, you will see the preview. Pretty cool, right? So we have the 16.9 ratio as well as 19.6 ratio. So it will save both this. So if you wanna generate a 9:16 ratio video or 16:9 ratio video, based on that you can select the appropriate author. Okay, and once you close it, you will see that particular author which is displaying on the screen. Now we'll see the both the way. You can also download those author. If I open this, you will see the downloaded author with a high quality. Okay, and same way we also have the 9:16 author as well. Now it's totally up to you how you want to display over here. Right now I'm displaying both the author, but you can add a view button to display author on the dialog. It's totally up to you. If I want to create with some other way, so let's say right now if you see, if I create new author, right, okay, it's I thought it's just a cache issue, but now let's select this author and you can select the different style, or I say 3D cartoon. Okay, so here you can add more details if you want. So let's keep everything as it is. You can add a black jacket and white t-shirt. Okay, and then click generate with AI. Now if it did not generate in a 3D cartoon or whichever the style you want, make sure to update the prompt. And in order to update the prompt, either you can tell to the Codex, or you can simply go to the your files, and inside the basically inside the trigger you will find this generate avatar, and inside that you will see the prompt. Make sure to update the prompt as per the request, and then it will add it, it will update your logic. And if you see, as per our avatar, it generated this beautiful 3D cartoon style images. Pretty cool, right? And it's look good. Obviously we just say that we want black jacket and white t-shirt, so it's added a black jacket and white t-shirt. And we want in a 3D cartoon, so it comes with a 3D cartoon. But as I say, you can change that. You can add a background, whatever you want, you can mention inside the prompt. And that's how easily we have our avatar as well. And here we have the result. Perfect. So that's how you have to generate the AI avatar. If you have any question, any doubt on this feature, let me know in the comment section. You can always ask me on my Discord channel. You can also follow me on Instagram so that I can DM you directly. Now it's time to push our code. So I will create a new branch for this new screen, and it's saying add AI avatar screen. Then we'll give a commit message. So here we'll say AI avatar feature. Then we'll click continue, and then we'll push our changes. Once we push our changes, we'll go back to the GitHub in order to create the pull request. So obviously you will get a pop-up to create the pull request, and once you create the pull request, Planarch.dev automatically start reviewing your code. Okay, so within a few seconds, it's so fast that it will review your complete code, and boom, if you see the code, right? Now there is a one high risk. Okay, so it's saying you are processing this Gemini API key at runtime. If this is a missing, then it task fail. Okay, so you have to make sure that the Gemini API key is there inside your .env file. But once you are happy with all the changes, simply merge your pull request to the main branch. Now it's time to implement another feature, which is an AI voice cloning, where you can clone your voice and use it to create a realistic AI voice over for your videos. Once you jump onto this page, user can have select the voice whichever he want, or user can create a new voice by just uploading a 10 seconds of his voice, and then it will automatically generate the clone voice, and later on in your AI avatar generation platform, you can use that generated voice as well. Okay, so voice cloning is very important part, so it gives you a proper voice to your video. Now you will see the credit information on the note, how can you implement in order to make a profit from the clone voice. Also, if user want to convert the text to a speech and just want to generate his clone voice output, right, they can select the custom voice, enter the text which he want to convert it into a speech, and then generate the audio which he can download it later on. Okay, so that's how we want to implement this voice cloning. Now there are two important part. When user want to create a text to speech, right, and when user select the custom clone voice in order to convert it into a speech, then we are using a Chatterbox AI model. There are two ways that you can use a Chatterbox. Either you can use an existing cloud deployed Chatterbox from third-party service, which cost is around less than $1 for 45 minutes of voice cloning, which is a very less amount of money you have to pay. Or for a default voice, you can use a DeepGram AI model, which is free. Now, if you want to use a free Chatterbox, you have to deploy it on your own machine, or you can deploy it locally as well. But again, in the production, when you deploy on your own cloud, still you have to pay for the cloud. So it's better you can use third party who already deployed the Chatterbox AI model, and I will show you how to get that. And then later on, with the help of Trigger.dev, you can simply run the generate audio function in the background, and it will generate the audio for you. So I already wrote a prompt, okay, and this prompt I will copy it. It already mentioned everything in the detail about the deepgram, about the Chatterbox and all the details. Now I'll copy this prompt as it is, and then we'll go to the Codex. We'll start with a new conversation, and then here we'll paste it. Now make sure you will change this to a plan mode. So if Codex has any question, it will ask before implementing our feature. Now before sending this, it is very important to send which model for this Chatterbox we have to send, right, from which service. So for that one, I am going to use a replicate. Replicate is very popular AI model service provider. You will find a lot of different AI models on the platform, and I'm using in my lot of AI tools. So it's very easy. So simply what you have to do, you can search the model inside the inside the generate speech, and if you scroll down, you will see this Chatterbox AI model. So let me search. So this one, okay. So you can use either, but this one is the cheapest one, and here you will see how much it cost and all the details. So if the 40,000 character, which means more than 45 to 60 minutes, okay, that how you are running it. And inside this you have to give the prompt, add your own audio, and then it will give you the clone voice, and very easy to integrate as well. So under that you have this API, right, and under that you will see this code, right. Simply copy this code as it is and also send it to the Codex, something like this, okay. And once this is done, you can simply send this. But before that, I will just add one more here. Make sure to save generated voice clone into storage, and if possible convert that into MP3 and then hit enter, okay, because we want to save in a MP3. That will be easy later on in order to use it. Now this AI voice cloning is very popular feature which we are going to implement, and as you know that we already have the option, right, so it will automatically create a new page for the voice cloning. Now we'll wait for the complete implementation plan, then we will review that, and then we'll start implementing it. And if you see, we have the implementation plan. So inside the summary you will see what are the changes it's gonna implement. Obviously we already mentioned the replicate Chatterbox and the deepgram API which we want to use. I will show you how to generate both the keys, how to sign up for that, and where can we find the API key for the replicate and the deepgram. Then it will add a voice domain inside the helper function. Then it will use a deepgram Aura 2, which is the latest deepgram model for the text to speech, and it will add few more details. So you will see all the details inside this implementation plan. So basically we have to add this replicate API token and the deepgram API token. So everything looks good. So I will submit this implementation plan, and now I will pause the video and we'll wait for the final result, and then same time we will also generate these both the key.
A few moments later.
Now once it is implemented, let's generate the replicate API token and the deepgram API token. Now in order to generate a replicate API token, I will just go to this replicate, and inside the replicate make sure to sign up, then go to the profile. Under the API token you have option to create a new token. So give the name, click create token, and it will create a token. Copy this token and paste it inside your .env file. Next, in order to create a deepgram API token, I will put the link in the description. Just sign up with that, and then you will jump onto this deepgram. Make sure to sign up, provide it, and from there you can use all their deepgram provided AI models, okay. And it's very interesting because in many of my tools. I use the diagram and it's so powerful. Now once you jump on the dashboard, you will find an option called API key. You have the playground where you can try there all the AI different model like speech to text, text to speech, even the voice agent. Inside this API key, you can create a new API key and then give the API key name. Then you can add the expiration as well and then click create. Make sure to copy that key, otherwise you will lose it and it will not going to show you again. If you lose it, you have to create a new one and paste it inside your .env file. Now once you jump onto this AI voice cloning page, you will see a two tab. One is for the cloning your voice and other is to generate the speech from your clone voice. Okay, so let's go to this AI voice cloning, and below that you will see a diagram default voices, which is directly fetching from the diagram, which you can use it for your text to speech as well. Now if you want to preview this, right now the preview button is not working, means it's supposed to play some audio so that you can know how this particular voice sound like. Okay, so we'll fix that. So this is a one issue. Then if I click on add new voice, give the voice name, then choose the 10 second of your audio. Okay, so it automatically detect that it's a 21 seconds detected, even though if you're 10 seconds.
आज भीषण गर्मी और हीट वेव बड़ी खबर बन.
Let's try it again. So I will choose the audio file. So once you choose this file, you will see that file is uploaded. Now here you have to say I have permission to upload and clone this sample, and then click start voice cloning. Now in this case you might see some error because some permission. If you see, we got an error saying new row violates a row level security policy. This error comes from the InsForge because InsForge added some RLS policy on your tables. Okay, so right now if you see, we have this voice clone, and on this particular table it has some RLS policy issue. So what you need to do, you just copy that error and paste it inside your Codex. So right now if you see, I did that. Simply send this, so it will fix this particular issue. Okay, and don't forget to add your API key. That is very important. Now we'll wait for this quick fix. Now, and once it is fixed, then you can test this out again. So we'll go back to our app and let's test it out. Make sure to refresh your app so that it will fetch all the latest code. Then add new voice name, upload the file. Then I will check this consent, and once you click started, you will see your voice clone is in progress. Okay, currently it look like it is failed because audio prompt was not a wave format. That's what the error gave. And if I go to this Trigger.dev over here, if I refresh this once, you will see it will retry it couple of times and it will give you the same error because it's saying that the audio prompt or audio file which you upload, that need to be a wave format. Okay, otherwise it's not possible to convert it. Basically this AI model want the input which you are uploading for as a voice file, right? This need to be a wave format. Now there are two ways: either you can restrict user to upload the wave format every time, okay, or you can simply convert that file. Okay, so over here what we can do, we can copy this error and paste it to the Codex, and then we'll say, okay, the audio prompt slash audio file was not a wave format, either convert to wave format, or here we can just say let's convert to the wave format and let's see what it comes with, because converting the file it's little bit challenging. So either you can restrict user to upload only wave file. So currently if you see, the status is showing as a fail. So two things we also want to fix. First, if it's failed, we don't want to show these custom voices, and for the default voices the preview option we need to enable. So that two things we will fix it, but first let's fix this complete workflow. Right now if you see Codex already started fixing our issue, so we'll wait because it takes little bit extra time, because converting file it's a challenging part.
A few moments later.
Once it is finished, let's test this out. So we'll add a new voice, so I will give the name, then we'll upload sample our own voice, and then click start voice cloning. Now once you start creating a start voice cleaning, if you see it's running in the background, currently it's in queue. It's mean Trigger.dev handling our voice cloning. So if I go to this task section, you will see the voice cloning is already started and currently it's executing, and here you will see it's in queue with a real progress, and you will see directly on the dashboard. And that's why Trigger.dev we are very useful, because it's running our task in the background, and your API cannot run more than 15 seconds if you are deploying your app on Vercel. Pretty cool. And once this is done, you will see your voice is now ready. Currently still saying it's in queue, because it just making sure it's saving your file in the backend and all, and then you will see it's showing as a completed. Now you can preview this voice.
This is your cloned voice preview, ready for stories, agents, and studio projects.
Pretty cool, right? So it also give you the preview of the voice clone. So later on, when you want to convert your text to speech, right, you can click on generate text to speech, you can select the voice, and now you will see your route as a custom voice. Then enter the text which you want to convert into a text to speech, and then simply click generate text to speech. Now if you want to try this voice cloning, you can simply select the voice, and I will just add this small text, okay, not too big. Right now if you see it's just 65 character, but it will still deduct you the 100 credits, okay, from your account. Obviously you can add up to 500 character in order to deduct 100 credits, but you can add more text as well. So currently it supports 2000 characters, and then click generate text to speech. Once you click generate text to speech, in the background it will start executing it, and if you see in a real time. Currently our audio is in process. So I already tested with one voice and it comes out very perfectly, but let's test this out as well. And right now it looks like it's finished processing, and here you can play your voice. So
select a voice, enter text, and run generation in the background.
So clear and so perfect, right? You also have option to download this voice directly as a MP3. Okay, you can change the speed, because we directly use an audio player inside our app, so that you can download and play around it. But I hope you understand. Now few fixes that we are going to do, and I will make sure that is also added into the prompt. So first thing, we need to add this diagram preview section. So let's add that. So here we'll say on default voices from diagram, make sure on click preview button play preview of that voice. Okay, also if custom voice creation fail, remove that record from DB, and make sure for each generated result give an option to delete that record with confirmation dialog. Okay, basically we want to add a delete option if user don't want that, right? So that delete option we are planning to add to each of these clone voices or the TTS as well. So that's what we added, but as I say, I will make sure that this requirement will also cover inside the prompt. Okay, so you don't need to add it. And now we'll just wait for a few more seconds in order to get the final result.
A few moments later.
And once it is finished, it's just testing the remaining part. You can check this out. So right now if you see, we have this delete button in order to delete this voice, right? Obviously it will give you the confirmation before deleting it, and same functionality is also available inside this voice cloning TTS. Now after updating, I also updated these buttons and remove the use select for the use button. Okay, and now if I play this preview, you will see when it play.
Thank you for calling ClearPath Solutions.
And you can even pause it whenever you want.
Thank you for calling ClearPath Solutions. I'm Alex here.
Pretty cool, right? And same way you can even run your custom voice as well, which you generated. Okay, so that's how you have to implement the AI voice cloning, because a next feature which we are going to implement is one of the interesting feature, and you will never saw this tutorial anywhere on the internet, because this particular feature we are going to implement in the next chapter. But before that, make sure to push all your code. So over here I will create a new branch for all our changes, and then once you create, make sure to commit. So here we'll say AI voice cloning feature, then we'll say continue, and then we'll push our changes. Once you push the changes, make sure to create a pull request and review that with a planout.dev. So I will create a pull request, and once the pull request is created, you will see it will automatically start reviewing your code, and then it will review your code within a few seconds. And here we go, perfect. Now let's merge the pull request to the main branch, and you're all set. Now it's time to implement the most interesting feature, which is an AI author video, where user can simply upload their own picture or select the author from the list, and then our application will generate a talking author, the realistic and with their own voice author. Okay, so let me walk through how this page will look like. Basically, when user click on AI author, first we'll show all the previously generated AI author videos. Then user have option to generate a new author, where it will navigate to the new screen. On that screen, we are going to add a option to enter the script, or user have option to generate the AI script as well. Then user can select the author from the list. They can select the voice, screen size, and the duration, and on the click of it, it will generate the author within a few minutes. So this is the complete workflow. Now once you enter all the details, then we are going to call an author AI model. Now there are a few AI model which give you the best result, and one of them is a Domo API, which I'm going to show you in a moment. But after that, we are going to trigger our task execution using a trigger.dev, and then it will generate in the background. After that, it will save it inside the InsForge storage and database, and then we'll get the final result. So inside this note, we'll see the complete workflow. Now first, before implementing, we'll generate the UI UX for our design. So I will copy this complete prompt, and then I will go to the FlowStep, and obviously I want to create a new screen. So I will just enter the prompt which I copied as it is. It's a huge prompt because there are a lot of small details I want to cover. So that's why we added this. So let's simply send this. Now FlowStep will first understand your requirements, because it's an agent. It also makes sure that the design across your all the previous screen will match, and if you see, it started generating the screen. Okay, now we'll wait for a few seconds in order to get the result. You can even watch generating this in real time, and if you see, your result is ready within a few seconds. Now obviously we have this AI author list, and we want to show in grid format, so it shows the grid format. And then we also have the form section where you can enter the all the details. You can extend this below, okay, if you want. Right now it's not showing the remaining one, but I think we got the pretty good idea about the design, how we want and everything. Okay, now obviously you can even use this code and you can tell to AI agent to implement the similar design, but once you know the design, obviously make sure to write a prompt accordingly, and once you have the prompt, simply copy that and then add it to the AI agent. So I will just go ahead to the Codex, we'll start with a new conversation, we'll enter the complete prompt, and then I will also enable the plan mode and then simply send this. Now once you send, just wait for the implementation plan, we'll go through it, and once we are happy with that implementation plan, we'll start implementing. Now it asks question which backend should the author video trigger dev task for the actual talking video. So here we don't have the option which we want, so here we'll say Domo API. Okay, and if you can even paste the link. Now in order to get this Domo API, you can just go to this Domo AI, and this is their application, but if you go to this API service, they have the API available as on different platform. Simply sign in and then you can copy the documentation link. I will put the documentation link in the description. So this is the documentation link which we are looking for, and here we want to generate the talking author, so we'll copy this as it is and then we'll paste it inside the Codex. So here we'll say Domo AI API and then we'll continue. Then what should I do with the trailing video with IQ? Okay, so here I think it's typo. Okay, so I will ignore that. So it also asks one more question, how Kravix credits will be charged. Okay, so here I'm going to add few things. So basically based on what the Domo API charges, we have to charge little bit extra in order to add our own profit. Okay, so basically for a 5-second video, Domo API basically charge 15 credits. Okay, so here we'll say 25 credits. Then for 15-second video, Domo API charge us a 45, so here we'll say 60 credits. For 30 seconds video, we'll charge 120 credits and so on. Okay, so that's how we need to charge. I think here we'll charge little bit extra, let's say 140, and then click submit. And if you see, it start generating the implementation plan. Now we have the implementation plan with the key changes, how this credit price will work, because inside the Domo API, when I show you how much it charged, then you will get to know. And on top of it, we want to make the profit from this SaaS app. That's why we added the extra credit as well. Then we have the implementation changes and some test plan. So let's proceed with this implementation plan, and if needed, obviously you can come back to the Codex, make the changes as per your requirements. You can tell to the AI agent as well. Now I will pause the video because it will take some time to generate the final result. Then we'll come back and then we'll generate the Domo API first. We'll add that and then we will implement, or we will test our complete implementation result.
A few moments later.
Once it is implemented, the only thing that you need to do is to add the Domo AI API key, which I'm going to tell you how to add it. We already have the DeepGram API key and the replicate API key, so you don't need to worry. It also added that we need to add this public app URL. Okay, so that we will add it, and other than that, the implementation wise is completed. So let's walk through quickly. So inside this AI video author, now we have this new screen. Currently we don't have any video generated, that's why we have empty state, but you have option to generate the new author video. On the click of it, you can enter the title, then you have option to enter your script manually, but if you want generate with the help of AI, you have option to do that. Currently you can just enter the topic. Obviously this tone, we can change this, the style it displaying, right? And then click generate, and then it will generate the script. Obviously you can edit it later on. After that, you can select the screen size. Based on your selection, you will see on the right side how it changed quickly, right? So if you want landscape or vertical, you will see the preview on the right side based on the selection. Then you can select the how much duration you want, and after that you have option to select the voice. Now you can even play your voice as well
This is your
to preview, and you will see the custom voice at the top and the default voice after that. Then once you select all of the options, so here we'll say text script, add some title, and then this button will enable, which will start generating the avatar. Currently we don't have the Domo API added, so let's add that. Now in order to generate the API key from the Domo AI, you have to sign up to this platform. I will put the link in the description. For this platform, obviously you have to pay or add the credits. So in order to use this API, the adding credits is quite straightforward. So under the billing, you have an option called add credit. You can add a minimum 20 credits, I believe, or you can just change this amount. I don't think so you can change, but right now the minimum $20 you have to add. Okay, and then once you add it, you will see the how many credits left. Then under the API key, just click create new API key, give the API name. So here will Crack Studio or AI Studio 2.0, and then click create. And from here I will copy this environment variable name and paste it inside your .env along with the API key. And after copying that key inside a .env, then your app will be ready to create the avatar. Okay, so let's test this out quickly. So right now I will go to this AI video avatar. Now let's click create new avatar. Now you can select whichever avatar you want. Okay, let's select this one. Here we'll say intro testing video avatar. That's what I gave the name. So I am going to add a script, but you can generate your own if you want. I will put this vertical. Okay, then we'll select the 5 second as the duration. So here we have avatar. Now obviously I will select the different voice,
Thank you for calling Clear.
Thank you for
or let's
Thank you for calling.
select this one. This look good to me. And then on the click of generate avatar video, it will start generating the video, and if you see the progress as well, and if you see our task is also now executing, and it's executing step by step way. Obviously it's on first attempt, and currently it's showing as a executing, and here we'll see the processing output as a with a proper progress. And even if you come back to this AI video avatar, you will see your avatar currently it is in process. Okay, so once that is done, then we can view the complete video. Obviously here it little bit misunderstood because we need to show a proper loading indicator, and because right now if you see all the options are disabled, you cannot view any of this option, but still we can show some loading indicator, and we can inform Codex to add that. Now the video processing will take some time. It takes between 2 to 3 minutes to generate the final video, because it's a actual talking avatar. It's a very realistic. You will not differentiate between the actual one and AI generated avatar. So give some time, because similar like the Domo API, there is another popular one which is an HeyGen. So you know the platform, the similar platform we are building, but HeyGen also provide you an API, but it's little bit complicated because you have to upload the avatar on their platform, you have to upload the voice on their platform, and then you have to use those inside the avatar generation API. Okay, so that's why I don't use the HeyGen, and that's why we are using a Domo AI, and the result will blow your mind. And now if I go over here, you will see the video is generated within 2 minutes or less than 2 minutes basically. So under the runs, you will see under 2 minutes it generated our video. Over here inside the payload, you will see a video ID, credit charge, and the video URL. Now if I go back to our platform, here it show it as a completed. Perfect. Now you have option to preview it. You will see all the details. You have option to download this video as well, but let's preview that first. So I will click on
What
preview.
if one AI app could manage your tasks, notes, calendar?
See, so basically it show very realistic, it talks very realistic. Right now we just generated for a 5 second. Whatever the voice we selected, it
What
gives
if
that
one
voice,
AI app
right? And obviously I just muted, but you will see the actual expression, the eye movement, the face movement, everything is so realistic. And that's how easily we generated the video avatar for our own platform. Okay, obviously you have to pay for the Domo AI, but you can add an extra charges on top of it in order to make a profit. Also, you can deploy the open source AI avatar on the cloud platform if you are generating multiple avatars or lot of avatars. Okay, so guys, that's how you have to generate. Right now we are not adding any delete option for this one, and here if you see, we also have the proper and all the details, what is the script we added for this one. You can even play the avatar. If you want, you can download this avatar directly inside this mp4, and this one is a HD avatar you are we are generating. Okay, now in the same way, this is a vertical one, but you can even generate the horizontal video as well. Okay, so if you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section, because let's try with this horizontal one, and in this case I'm using this avatar. So here we'll say cartoon avatar test, and you can add the script. Let's add some similar script. So I will just copy from the previous one. So over here I have this script, so let's copy that. Oh, let me go back here and add it here. Okay, so we selected it as a horizontal. I will select my voice, okay, the clone voice, and then once everything is look good, I will click generate avatar video. Once you click on generate avatar video, you will see the notification that it started generating. You will see the live progress bar, and along with that you can verify that your task is running or not. So inside the Trigger.dev you will see that. So over here now it started executing, and within a couple of minutes your video will be ready. So let's wait. So I will go back to this AI video avatar, and right now if you see it showing at a progress processing. Currently if you see based on this size you are getting some empty space, that also you can tell to the Codex to remove that and update the UI. And it looks like our avatar is ready. So if you preview this,
What if one AI app could manage your tasks, notes, calendar, whiteboard?
see, quite realistic, right? And it also applied to the cartoon generated avatar as well, which we generated inside this AI avatar. Okay, now obviously whenever you want to create any avatar, you can add it inside your AI avatar, and it automatically reflect inside your avatar video, which you can select it. Okay, because we are generating both style, and based on that you can select whichever you like. So that's how guys you have to add an AI avatar video. Now I also tell to the AI agent to fix some of the small things, but it's very small, so you can implement on your own. Okay, so I will pause the video and I will implement that. Now next, once you finish generating this AI avatar, it's time to push our code. So I will go to the Codex, and inside that we'll create a new branch. And once you create the branch, make sure to commit. So here we'll say AI video avatar feature, then click continue. Make sure to push your code so that you can create the PR inside the GitHub repo, and then you can review your PR with the help of Planak.dev. And Planak will review your code so fast that none of the available code review services will do it. The code rabbit will take a lot of time and obviously it stops your work. But code rabbit, if you see, it's give the reviews with a lightning fast speed. Now once you are happy with it, simply merge your pull request. That's how easy it is. So guys, that's all. If you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section. You can always ask question on the Discord channel. There are a lot of big community available on this TubeGuruji's Discord channel, so you can ask question there as well. Now it's time to implement the biggest feature of this SaaS application, which is an AI video agent. Now this agent will generate a proper ready to publish video along with the all the scenes, the video avatar, caption and lot of other things. Let me walk through it first, how and what are the elements we are going to add. So on the click of this AI video agent page, obviously it will navigate to the new screen. On that screen, user will see all the previously created video. The similar like the one which we already implemented, right? The AI video avatar, same thing we are going to show under this AI video agent as well. After this, user have option to create a new video using the video AI agent. Now inside this AI agent, we are navigating to the new screen where user will enter the name, the topic. Obviously we have option to generate the script with the help of AI, or user can upload their own script. Then user can select the video length, whether it's 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 or 120 seconds. After that, it will select the screen size, and depends on the screen size selection on the right side, we're going to show the preview. Then user will select the avatar, the caption design, because we are generating the caption for the voiceover, and based on the timing, we are going to show the proper caption on the screen. After this, we are going to select the voice and then the B-roll style. Now B-roll style is very important over here. We are going to provide 4 different B-roll style. The one which is an AI generated image. So basically based on the script, it will generate the AI images. Second is a stock images and video, which is free. So we are going to use a free API in order to get the stock images. Another is AI generated video. So we are going to integrate the AI model to generate the video. And then at the last, we have AI illustration video. So with the help of proper HTML CSS coding, it will generate the illustration video. And at the end, once user click on generate final video, it will start generating video in the background inside the Trigger.dev in order to run a long running task. Now you will see all these notes. Okay, make sure to read it because it's very important to understand the flow first, and based on the AI generated image cost or all other cost, you have to add the credit to add your profit as well. Now let's jump on to the complete workflow. I explain you what are the things we are going to implement, but it's important to understand the workflow. When user fill up all the form, our AI agent will break the added script into a small scenes. Okay, and for each scene it will generate the prompts. Okay, so based on the B-roll style as well, it will create an image prompt, video prompt, or stock images or video keywords, motion graphic illustration prompt as well, because this prompt will help us to generate the content, right? If it's a AI image prompt, then that prompt will help us to generate the images, and then everything we're gonna save into a database along with the generated voice and the caption as well. Now from the voice we have to generate the caption, and for that one we are going to use a deepgram. After that, if AI illustration video is selected, then it will generate the high quality remotion composition script in order, and then it will save it to a database. Now you might have a question, what is remotion? Now in many of my video I already use this remotion library. Okay, so remotion is a very powerful library to create a video programmatically. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to implement it, how the React code can turn into a video, and that's how we are going to add animation, illustration and many other things. Then once we have all the data, all the assets, we are going to combine together in order to render this video inside the Remotion player, and at the end we are going to use a Remotion lambda to download that video. Okay, so this is the complete workflow about this AI video agent. Okay, now you don't need to worry about how to implement everything, because I already wrote a prompt for you. Okay, it's a very huge prompt because we have to cover all and single detail, so you have to just copy this prompt and paste it inside the Codex agent. Now before start implementing it, let me show you what are the different sources we are going to use. Now in order to generate the stock images, and we are adding those for free, we are using a Pixabay. Now Pixabay is very popular royalty free images and royalty free video provider, so you can download as much images video you want. It also provides you the music, a background music, a sound effect and many other things. But they also provide you the API, and we are going to use their Pixabay API. You just need to sign in to their API platform. So over here we have this documentation in order to search images or search video, okay, and then you can generate the API key. So if I go to this my profile, once you sign in, right, you won't need to go to the my profile, but over here you will find the API key, okay, something like this. So you have to use this API key inside your project. Now for the to generate the AI videos, I'm going to use a replicate AI model. So it's not replicate AI model, it's a WAN AI model, but if I go to this video model, you will find a bunch of different AI model. So whichever you like, you can choose it. But I will definitely suggest one of them which is very low in the cost and it will give you the best result, which is the text to video. Now this WAN's text to video model, which is a 2.2 version, it will generate 20 videos in just $1. Okay, you can also use their image to video model, but for that you have to generate the image first and then you have to use this model. It's it will give you the same cost, okay, but as I say, you can use other model which you think is best for you. And this particular model also is very fast to generate. Within a few seconds it will generate it. So what I will do, I will go to this API, and we already have the replicate API key added. You just need to copy this code as it is, and I will just paste it at the end of the prompt, okay. So for you it will be available, and now I will copy this complete prompt. I will go to the Codex, will start with a new conversation and simply paste it here. But don't forget to change this to a plan mode and then simply send this. And now simply wait for the implementation plan. Now we have the implementation plan ready. So there are a few key changes or new requirements gonna add. Then inside this API workflow, it will use the Gemini API key in order to generate the script and some API endpoint as well. Then it will also create a Trigger.dev task in order to generate AI video for us using this generate AI video agent task. Over here, if you see, there are multiple subflow added inside that particular task. Then it will use a Gemini's Flash model. You have to make sure it's a correct model and it's available. Otherwise, you have to go to the AI Studio, and from there you can replace that perfect model. Then from the replicate, it will use this WAN video model. Also, it will use a Domo AI's talking avatar model in order to generate the avatar. We have to add this Pixabay API key inside your .env file, and you already know how to generate it. Then some AI behavior and the test plan, and this is some assumption. So I'm happy with all the implementation plans, so we'll proceed with this plan. And make sure to use the correct prompt. You can modify the prompt as per your requirement. If anything is missing, you can always tell to the Codex to fix it. Now we'll wait. I will pause the video and we'll come back and we'll see the final result.
A few moments later.
Now once it is implemented, we can test this out, but before that, make sure you will add this Pixabay API key inside your .env file. Also make sure your replicate API key and domain API key is also available, because based on that it will generate the video. So let's test this out. So I'll go back, and inside this AI video generator you will see this dashboard. On the top you will see the projects, the completed one, the in progress one and the render one. Also below that we have option to create a new video AI using the agent. Now once you click on it, it will navigate to the new screen, and then you will see the live preview, and on the left hand side we have the prompt. Here you can add the video name. So we'll say intro test video. Now you can select the length, and based on the length you will see the number of scene it will generate. Now you have option to add a script manually, or you can use an AI to generate the script. So here we'll say top 3 wonders in world. Then you can say generate, and then AI will generate the script for you based on the selection. Obviously it will generate only for 30 seconds because you select the duration of 30 seconds. After that you can select the screen size, whether you want vertical or horizontal. Then select the avatar, and then based on your selection and the orientation you will see the preview. Here we have the different caption style as well, whichever the caption style suits you, you can see in the live preview as well. And then you can select the voice. So in this case, if I want to preview,
Thank you for calling.
you can preview that, select it, and then you have option to select the B-roll as well. Now inside the B-roll you have option like let's select AI generated image, a stock image, or illustration, animation, and many others. Now if I select the stock image, it will use a stock image in order to fetch a free stock image from the Pixabay. Okay, right now we'll select this one, but you can test this with the other style as well. And then we'll click generate video. Once the generate video started, if you get any error, so in this case if you see it's saying choose a saved avatar. So it look like we selected, but it's still giving this error. It means somehow for some reason it's not giving us or not detecting the selection, right? Even though if you see we are getting this error. So you can simply enter that issue inside the codex. So over here we'll say getting error while creating AI avatar or AI, or instead of here we can say getting error on create video avatar agent page, and then you can say error will be let's copy the exact error. So it's saying choose a saved avatar, choose saved avatar, even though I selected avatar. Okay, and then hit enter. Now basically AI will understand the root cause and then it will fix it for you. So even though because we are implementing end-to-end implementation for this feature, there are a lot of things that it implemented. Obviously you might get such kind of error, so don't worry, you have to just copy that error and fix it. Also anytime you can go to the inspect panel inside the console, see you might get this kind of error. Simply copy that and then you have to paste it inside your codex. Inside the network tab as well, if I click generate video, you will see this error. Right now it look like the video avatar ID is there but still showing as a missing, so we'll check why. But other than that everything look good. Right now if you see it's making a changes, and now we'll wait, and if you see now it fix it. So let's take this out again. So over here it's showing somehow the default avatar and it's not showing the selected video avatar. Let's refresh it because there is some issue, and we'll fix this, and now it's showing all the avatar as well, so that's a good thing. I have to add all the details again, and we'll add some topic, top 3 tech news, and it will generate the script based on the video length. After that we'll select the style. I will select this avatar, or you can select anything. Okay, it's totally up to you. And once you select the voice, I think everything's look good. Let's click generate video, and if you see now it's saying AI video start generating. Over here you will see the progress as well, and here we have the execution inside the trigger.dev. Currently the first one is somehow fail. So it's saying the invalid input syntax for a type numeric 0.05. so over here we have an error. So we'll copy this error. This error comes because the type for the duration, right, it's incorrect. So maybe because of that one we are getting this error. So in this case make sure to mark this as a fail, or you can just stop it. If you see the status is showing as a fail as well, and here as well it's showing the status fail. Now I will fix this error. So just enter in the Codex, and then it will fix this error for you. So after fixing this, let's test this out again. So I will create a new video AI agent, and right now we are not generating a Domo API instantly because we don't want to spend money on the testing purpose. Right now, select the scene. Here we'll say intro test video. You can add a topic. I will say top 3 tech news. Let's add it here. Then AI will generate the script based on the duration which we selected, and then you can select whether you want a portrait mode or not, or landscape mode. Then select the caption style. I will select the voice. I will use the stock images for now, okay, and then click generate video. Now once the video generation started, you can test it inside your Trigger.dev, because here it will show you which stage it is, what are the output generated at each step, and how much time it is completed. Inside the task, we will see the what is the payload which we send. All the details we will find, and once it is finished, so let me go over here, you will see that it completed, right? Also, if I go to this AI video agent, because you can go back because it's running in the background, and you will see the live preview of the progress. Currently it's still generating, so we'll wait, and if you see it's completed. So let's go back, and here you will see it's completed as well. Now inside the InsForge, because we are saving all the information, here we have the AI video assets. Over here you will see all the assets generated for this particular project. Inside the AI video project, we will see your project information, all the selection which you made, right? And then the video scene, it will show you the scene as well. Now if I click on this preview section, you will see the preview, and let's play this.
Big news in tech this week, starting with the launch of the latest generation of humanoid robots. Companies are hitting major milestones in dexterity, moving closer to practical use in our homes and warehouses. Next up, artificial intelligence is getting a massive speed boost. New chip architecture.
So basically it's generating the stock video properly, but there is a gap between when it's changing from one scene to other, right? Also we have the caption, but what are the style we added, that style did not apply to this caption, so that also we need to fix. Now in order to fix this caption issue, you can just simply enter inside the Codex that currently inside remotion player, once video is generated, then remotion player does not render proper caption based on selected caption style. Inside caption style, show 3 words at a time and highlight the current speaking word. Okay, current speaking word based on start and end time of time for captions. Then show caption with bigger size, because right now it's very small, and show complete caption from caption JSON data. So this information we need to send to the Codex in order to fix this issue. Also, when it jump from one screen to other, right, you will see this blank screen, so that also you can mention. Also, when scene change from one to other, it show blank screen for a moment. So basically it's taking some time to load the data, look like take. Now once you enter the prompt and hit enter, so I already implemented that change. I missed the recording for that period of time, but now I have the final result. Now here let's enter the video name. So he will say facts, 30-second video. I will add fun facts because I want a video on the fun facts. Now you can even add your own script, and once it's generated, select the resolution. I will select this author, the default one. Then you can select the voice whichever you want. You can preview this voice.
Thank you for calling ClearPath Solutions.
Okay, and then I will select this AI generated image. So based on our script, it will generate the prompt and then it will generate the AI images. You can select any of this and then click generate video. Now on the right side, if you see, it will also generate the real time video as well. Okay, so over here, obviously, if you see, it start generating, right? But obviously I said it's not ready yet. You can see the progress on this home page as well. So this is the deleted one, so we'll delete this from the backend if you want, or you can just keep it like that. But now let's wait, and once it is finished, you will see the badge as a completed. Right now we are not generating the author video. Okay, we just showing it as an image because we don't want to spend our credits on the testing purpose, right?
Did you know that
But if you see, if I increase this size, you will see in the full screen. So this particular caption as well is matched with our voice, and these images, if you see, it's generated using an AI, and those are moving as well. You can tell an AI to add or generate such kind of images, and if you see this complete video, pretty cool, right? And all of this image also generated. So this is the b-roll style images generated for our video. So that's how you have to generate them. You can even download if you want, but for a download you need to render this video. Okay, that we'll learn later on, but for now make sure you're able to generate this b-roll for the video. Obviously there are different kind of b-roll we added, like adding the AI generated video or stock images, which is very straightforward, and the most interesting is illustration, because in illustration animation it actually write a code in order to add an animation, and it will play inside the remotion player. So everything I already mentioned the prompt inside the eraser doc. If there is any fix, I also added the fix prompt so that you can easily refer it. Now once you've implemented this video agent, you can make some modification. For example, I really don't like this section, okay, the status section. So I'm going to tell Codex remove video agent page status part. Okay, and once we remove, then it will not show this particular section. Okay, so guys, if you have any question, any doubt until this point, let me know in the comment section, because next we are going to push our code. So once this is implemented, then we'll push it. So I will pause the video for a minute and then we'll come back. And after finishing, we gonna create a new branch for this new feature. Then we'll give commit message. Here we'll say AI video agent, then click continue and then push your code. Once you push the code, we'll go to the GitHub, and under the pull request we'll create a new pull request for the changes which we push for our branch, and then planarc.dev will start reviewing our code, and within a few seconds it will review your complete code and give you the proper summary, the inline comment, and anytime you can access this complete summary from the planarc.dev dashboard. And after that you can merge your pull request to a main branch. Now after implementing the AI video agent, I have bonus chapter for you, which is an edit a generated video, and I'm going to tell you the easiest way to edit the generated video. Now if you see many other tools like HeyGen or Hexfill, they also provide an edit feature, which is very important for the creator in order to avoid regeneration of the video. So the idea is, when user generated any video, on that video generation, obviously we are going to add an edit button, and on the click of edit button we are going to navigate to this edit page. Over here in the center of the screen, user will see his video, and below that we are going to show all the scene which you use in that particular video, along with the author, the b-roll and everything. Now user have option to edit that b-roll. Once user click edit, it will open a prompt, select the b-roll style, and then user can easily replace that particular scene with a new scene. As simple as that. So here is the complete flow inside this node. So I already have the prompt ready. Okay, so I will copy this prompt and then we'll go back. So over here, let me refresh it. So there is a token issue, but we'll get with a new data. And if you see right now, we don't have edit button. So inside the codex, we'll start with a new conversation. We'll paste this and I will enable the plan mode. After that, simply send this. Now we'll wait for the implementation plan. This particular feature give you your SaaS application with a new standard, because editing a video is quite a big feature. So let's wait for the implementation plan, then we'll go through it and then we'll start implementing. So it asks one question: how should scene replacement be before user clicks save changes? So we'll want to apply it immediately. Then what should export updated video produce for this feature? So obviously we'll go with the MP4. So this is the recommended one. Okay, and now we'll wait. And once the implementation plan is ready, if you see in the summary, the key changes and the data behavior. Okay, so we'll proceed with these changes. Also make sure inside your InsForge you have the proper database. Okay, right now if you see, we have different table for a different reason. We also have the different storage to store our voice, author, our assets, everything. And currently you will see the user which is login. So everything can be handled inside the one tool, which is the InsForge. So make sure you will create a new account with the InsForge, because this is the tool which help us to build any complicated application with a backend at one place.
A few moments later.
Now once you edit it successfully, so I just move this. So right now the edit functionality is completed. So let's test this out. So here now we have this edit video button, and on the click of this edit video, it will navigate to this edit page, and here you will see the complete scenes. As now whichever a scene you want to edit, just click on it, and then you have option to edit those scene. You can rewrite the prompt and generate, and then it will replace that particular scene. Also you can switch this caption in real time, so it's quite easy. Only thing that you need to do is to place this video inside in the center of the screen. Currently it's too outside, but the most important thing, the another thing I just observed, that scene, right, it's getting repeated for some reason. So that's two things, you can simply fix it. So I will go to the codex, and here we'll say make sure to move remotion player in center of screen inside edit video agent page, and also scene are not correctly display, so fix that too. Okay, and once you send, simply wait for the implementation. And after this, let's test this out after implementing it. So I will go back, and it's going too much to the right side, so it's not correctly fixed. The caption scrolling is fixed. I think previously it was not working, and the scene timeline also get messed up, so make sure to fix that. Okay, because right now the video is getting lengthier, so I will just pause the video and then I will edit that. But now you can simply push this code. So we'll create a new branch, and then we'll give commit. Here we'll say edit video, click continue, and then simply push it. Now you know what to do. You have to simply go to your GitHub, and inside the GitHub we can create the pull request, and then planarc.dev will automatically start reviewing your code. As simple as that. And at the end, simply merge your pull request. Now in this chapter 8, this is a task for you because we want to build a my library page where whatever the content, assets or author video we generated, we want to show on this my library section under one page. And that's the whole idea about this page. So inside this eraser doc, I already added the complete notes what are the things we want to implement, how can you implement and why we want to implement with a complete workflow. Okay, so make sure to implement on your own. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. Share your complete project along with this page so I can review, and definitely I will connect with you on this particular project. Okay, so this is task for you. Obviously in my production application I will add this page as well, but I will definitely suggest you to implement on your own. Now the next chapter is a settings and billing page. We already have an option which is a setting and billing, and on the click of it we want to create a new page where we want to give an option to add a user profile setting, manage the credits. Also it's a optional, but you can add a Stripe subscription model as well, but currently we are focusing on credit based pricing. Okay, and in these notes you will see the complete workflow, but for you I already have the prompt ready, which you can simply copy that and then go to the Codex. We'll start with the new conversation and then we'll paste it here. Now just want to show how it actually works if you did not enable the plan mode. So without enabling plan mode, we'll just send this and then we'll wait for the complete implementation. Obviously it might ask you question for some confirmation to clear the doubts. Just select the appropriate choice and then you will get perfect result. So we'll wait. I will pause the video and then we'll come back to test our complete result.
A few moments later.
Now once it is implemented, you simply need to set up a Stripe secret key and the Stripe webhook secret from the Stripe account. So simply you have to go to the stripe.com and on the Stripe make sure to create account. Now Stripe is going to implement the UPI functionality in the June 1st week. It means Stripe can be used in India. So for all the Indian student or users, this is good news for you because Stripe is now going to allow the UPI payment. Now over here you can switch to the test mode because you are right now in the development mode, and inside that under the development you will see this API key option. Under that you will find this secret key. Copy this secret key and paste it inside your .env. And then for the webhook URL you have to go to the developer, webhook, and then you have to add a destination with the proper webhook URL. If you are doing the testing, you have to use ngrok to create temporary tunneling URL. Okay, in my previous videos you will find the complete setup about the payment gateway, but let's test this out. So if I go back to our app under the profile setting, over here you will see the user have option to update the setting. So you can add a setting, email, profile image URL if you want, and here you will see the recent credit history. So whenever you added any or create any video, assets, anything, you will see this complete history. On the right hand side you have option to purchase the credit as well. So that also option we already given. So this is overall about the profile setting and billing page. If you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Now it's time to push our code. So we'll go back, we'll create a new branch and then we'll commit it. So we'll say user profile setting and billing. Then click continue and then push our code. After that, I'll go to the GitHub in order to create pull request because I want to review my each PR using a planarc.dev. And within a minimal tokens and fastest AI code review you will find, which is nothing but the planarc.dev. Okay, and once if you see just by clicking your PR is ready, review is ready. Okay, that's how fast it is. Now it's time to jump onto the last chapter, which is application deployment. Basically, we implement all of this feature and we are on the last chapter to deploy our app to the production so that you can share with your friends and family. And deploying app is quite easy. So first thing, you need to make sure your application build successfully without any error. So inside the Codex, I will open the terminal, and inside the terminal just type a command npm run build and then hit enter. Once you hit enter, if you have any error, make sure to fix those error, because if you getting this error inside the terminal, there is a 100% chance you will also get error when you are deploying to production. But if you fix it, then you will not get any error. And right now if you see, I did not receive or get any error. That's good news. Next thing, you have to make sure all your code you push to the GitHub. Now, as you know that we are creating a pull request for each branch and for each feature. So all our code already inside the GitHub repo inside the main branch. Then I will go to the Trigger.dev because currently we are working in the development mode and we have to switch this to production. So for that one, I will click on production, and then inside the production, once you deploy our application, it will also run. But for that one, you have to go to this deployment section. So make sure once you are in the development, right here, if you go jump onto the deployment section, you will find this deployment, click on production, and then you will find this option. Now you have option, either you can run this manually or GitHub action or GitHub. Now we'll install this GitHub app and then we'll authorize this. Then after this, you have to select your repo. So in my case, I will select this correct repo. After connecting GitHub repo, you can even go to this integration and to connect the Vercel. But right now we did not deploy our app to Vercel. So what we'll do now, once you have all the code is inside this GitHub repo, we'll simply go to the free cloud hosting service called Vercel, and inside that we'll click on add new project. Then search your repo. So over here, if you see, my repo is showing at the top, but if your GitHub repo is not showing, then it means you did not connected your GitHub account to the Vercel, and then click import. After this, you have to enter all your environments variable under this environment variable section, and it automatically detect your application framework, so you don't need to worry about that. So let's go to the VS Code and then copy all the environments variable as it is, and then simply paste it here. Okay, it will automatically assign the key and the value. After this, I will click deploy, and automatically Vercel will start building your project, install all the dependency, and then deploy your application on the cloud with assigning the domain. Now I will pause the video and will wait for the deployment. Deployment usually takes a minute or two to deploy your app. And if you see, our application is now live, and here you will see I can simply sign in. Here you can change this to light and dark mode, and then you can simply sign in with the Google. But before that, I will go to the Trigger.dev and then we'll say install Vercel app, and then we'll add an integration. Make sure your Vercel is sign in. Here we'll say read and read write for some installation access, and now you will see the select Vercel project. So this is the project we selected. Once it's connected, your trigger secret key will be automatically synced to a Vercel. So this secret key will automatically update to our production key. So we'll say connect project. So you don't need to worry about anything to update manually. Then it will pull the environment, choose which environment we were able to import from the Vercel. This run as a one-time pull to pre-fill your project and variable it need. It will be able to pull again later. So right now these are cannot be pulled, but before you can just click next. Here pull environment variable before build, so production, I think this is good, and we will skip this for now. And then once you save, you can sign in, and here you will see all the details. You can generate a new avatar, you can generate a completely new things you will see. because this is in the production, and then in production you will get all new data. Okay, so that's how guys you have to connect. You don't need to connect InsForge because it already in the production state. Okay, so we are using the URL to connect with the InsForge, so you don't need to connect that again separately. Only thing you have to set up is the trigger.dev in the production. Okay, so that's all guys for this particular video. If you like it, make sure to share this video, press like button, don't forget to press notification bell icon so that you will not miss any update, and we'll see you in the next video.